Hello to my lovely students. I did another video before, but I recognized that the quality was not so excellent. So here I am trying to do another one, hoping that the quality of the graph will be a little more clear. Hopefully it is, and you can see the lines clearly. Now today we want to look at reading graphs, being able to tell what the point is in spite of the scale of the graph, and so on. Right, so let's look at this graph. The scale of this graph is 1 centimeters to 10 units. So if you notice, it is going up by 1. It is going up by 10 units on each axis. 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 10, 20. Could make a song out of that, right? But anyways, so the scale is 1 centimeters to 10 units, and just for a reminder that centimeter are the big squares, so it runs from that to that. So that's a centimeter, right? The big squares on the graph represent a centimeter. Within each centimeter square, you have in each row 5 smaller squares. So here you have it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one 5. So within each centimeter you have 5 smaller squares. Now, to find out the value of each square or each line on the graph, what you do is to divide what you're going up by. If you're going up by 10, divide what you're going up by the number of that space. So from 0 to 10, how many small squares are there? There are 5. So we would divide that 10 by the number of small squares, which would be 2. So that means moving from one line to the next, you are adding 2. So let's check it out. 0 is in our center right here. That's 0. We move from 0 to the first line. That's gonna be 2. To the next line 4. To the next line 6. The next line 8. 10. So we landed on 10, so that means that our answer is pretty accurate. Alright, so now I've already placed 5 random points on the graph for us to state the coordinate of those points. Point A, we want the coordinate for point A. Let me put the space up here. That's gonna be where I put the coordinate for point A. So point A is here. Remember, each point has 2 values, the x component, the y component. You must put the x value first, followed by the y value. So let's draw a broken line from the point A down to the x-axis to get what that x value is. So there it is. So we would count from 40. And of course, based on what we found out, each line is worth 2, or each step. So 40, 42, 44, so that would be 46. So that means our x value for point A is negative 46. And then we have to go across for the y value. So we're going across. So we know that it doesn't touch that top line, it's in between. So let's go to 20, 20. Again, we're going up by 2. So 22, 24, and it's in between 24 and the next line, which will be 26. So we can call it 25. So the value of point A, or the coordinate of point A, is negative 46 to 25. Part B. Same procedure, draw your broken line from the point down to the x-axis. So it's right here. So let's go to the nearest line. Negative 20, negative 22, so that would be negative 24. And then we can go across for the y value, and easily that is 30. So you are going to try part C by yourself. Tell me the point. Come back and you'll see the answer. Alright, so you tried part C by yourself. So I hope you paused the video. So we need to go up to the x-axis for this one. So that's 30, 32, 34, 36. So the x value for point C is 36. And then we go across to the y value. So that's 10, 12, 14, approximately negative 14. So I hope you got it right. But you're brilliant, so you should. Alright, so just in case you're not too clear, here's another example, another graph with a different scale, right? And some points on it. Alright, so the scale for this graph is 1 centimeter again. That means to every square we go up by. So 1 centimeter to 5 units. So we're counting up by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, yeah. Alright. So we divide what we're going up by. So we're going up by 5 units to the number of lines, small squares from 0 to that number. So again, it's 5 small squares. So it'll be 5 divided by 5. So that means each value of the value of each line will be 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So let's start with point C. We have to get the x value first. So we come down to the line 25, 26, 27, 28. So the x value for C is negative 28. And then we go across, and it's actually in the square. Each line is 21, so this is 20, 21, 22. So we can say approximately 22.5, seeing that it is between the square. So that's gonna be 22.5. And yes, that is 5. Alright, let's look at B. Again, we must broken line down to the x-axis because we must give the x value first. That's 21, 22, so that's 22. And we go across to the y-axis, and easily we see that that is 20. Must be in the bracket, it's a coordinate. And the final one, which I did it in reverse, part A, point A, up to the x-axis, that's 30, 31, 32, 33. So that's negative 33. And so that's not the best place to write. And we go to the A, we go across to the y-axis. And that's 10, 11, 12, 13. So that would be negative 13. And that would be our value. That would be our coordinate for point A. Let's look at another graph. Alright, so here we have one where the scale is 1 centimeter to 1 unit. So 1 centimeter to 1 unit. So there we have it. Each centimeter, that's a centimeter. We're going up by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. We have a graph now where the scale is 1 centimeter to 1 unit. So we divide what we're going up by, that's the 1. And again, because it's 1 centimeter, it's 5 squares, 5 small squares. So it's going to be 1 divided by 5, and that is going to be 0.2. So that means the value of each point, or each line, small line, or small square, would be 0.2. So let us find the coordinate for point A. From point A down to our x-axis. So we start here, negative 2, negative 2.2, negative 2.4, negative 2.6. So the 0.2 means that as we move along the small lines, we are adding 0.2. So that is how I got 2.6. So negative 2.6, that's the x value. And then we go across to the y-axis, and that is 2, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.8. So that's gonna be 2.8. Part C, go up to the x-axis. So that's negative 3, 3.2, 3.4. So our x value is negative 3.4. And then we go across for the y value. This is not exactly touching the line, it's below the line. So that would be negative 1, 1.2. As I said, it's below the line, so we can call it 1.22, 1.23, 1.24. Thereabouts. So it's an approximation, but you should be able to at least get close. So negative 1.24 I'm gonna put. If you put 1.25, fine. And the last one, pause the video, try to do it by yourself, and then when you finish, press play. Let's go with the answer. So up to, that's 4, and then we're going across. That's negative 2.2, 2.4. And I'm sure you got it right because you are brilliant. Of course, no joke. Alright, so I hope the video helped. Stay close to Christ.